I'm obsessed with these cute dinosaur cookies, and I hope you are too. Hi, I'm Leslie with Leslie's Cookies and Treats, and if you love decorating sugar cookies or you want to learn how, you're in the right place. Let's decorate together. Okay, when I saw this adorable dinosaur by Cuddly Cute Designs, I knew I had to make it into a cookie cutter. You can get the cookie cutter in my shop. And then I used my projector to outline the design, but you could also use the paper piecing method or the tissue paper method, and those tutorials are linked in the description. And all the supplies you need are in the description too, so I really hope you'll decorate this dinosaur along with me. I named him Billy, and I think he's absolutely adorable. Did I say I was obsessed? I'm obsessed. So I have a black royal icing in about a 15-second consistency, and I'm just outlining and flooding in the eyes. The eyes absolutely make this cookie, so you need to make sure that you get them just right. I'll use my scribe to settle the icing down, and then we'll add the white highlights, just like Cuddly Cute Designs did. So I put too small of a dot of white icing in, and then I stuck my scribe around that white icing and then dragged it out to the side to make it look more like a rounded teardrop. And then I'll put another little white dot at the bottom. But then I didn't like how small my teardrop was, so I added another white dot, and then I'll use my scribe again to drag it out to the edge, and that looks a lot better. Gently tap up and down with your scribe to settle the icing if you need to, and then I set those cookies aside to dry until the icing crusted over. Now I'm coming back in with my white icing and just piping in the rest of the eye. My white icing is also in about a 15-second consistency if I didn't tell you that already. And as always, I'll use my scribe to settle this icing down and shape it just a little bit before we move on down to piping the dinosaur's body, while we let these dry and crust over. So Cuddly Cute Designs is a scrapbooking paper piecing website, and I'm going to follow her design pretty closely even though I'm doing this as a cookie. My icing color is almost the same as her paper piecing pattern color as well that she did for her sample, and it's just so adorable I can't get over it. Anyway, I'm outlining the body in a light purple icing, and then we'll flood that in. I'm going slow. I'm watching where my line of icing is falling, not my piping bag, and then I'll flood that in with the exact same icing. And for some reason, I was really concerned about those spots at the top of Billy's back. I really wanted to get them perfect, and so I didn't flood over those areas, which is kind of silly and not the way you should go about doing this. So I'm telling you now, go ahead and flood in his entire body, then add the spots using a wet on wet effect, which is what we'll do for his head because I learned my lesson. So I'm using my scribe to settle this icing down everywhere but where the spots are, and then I'm going to come back in with my purple icing and flood in around the spots and then fill in the spots with a darker purple icing. Again, this is a really ridiculous way to do this, and I should have just done a wet on wet design right from the get-go and then add my purple just like I'm going to do here, but I should have done it as a wet on wet. So here I'm adding my purple dots, and then I'll go back and use my scribe and kind of settle this down and make it all look a little bit more cohesive. And then I'll set this aside to dry for about 20 minutes until it crusts over before I come back in and flood in his entire head, and I'll add the spots to his head using a wet on wet technique, which worked a lot better. So I'm going to go ahead and flood in Billy's entire head, his entire face, and then we'll overpipe the nose once it has a chance to crust over. I'm going to go careful around his eyes and not put too much icing here because I don't want to cover up these nice big bold eyes. The eyes make this entire dinosaur. This is why this dinosaur is so cute. So I want to make sure that I don't pipe over the top of those eyes. And you don't even need to pipe all the way up next to them. Instead, you can use your scribe to push the icing there if that makes you feel better, as long as you just don't cover those eyes. Did I mention not piping over the top of those big, beautiful eyes? I know, broken record. Anyway, flood in the rest of his head, and then use your scribe to settle that icing down, and then immediately grab your purple icing, your dark purple icing, and we'll make the spots. And if you need to push your icing over next to the eyes, you can do that with your scribe or your toothpick at this time. Anyway, let me get this icing nice and smooth, and then this is how I should have done his back. Just go ahead and draw in some spots right in that wet, light purple icing with my darker purple icing. Much easier. And while we wait for the face to dry, we can go in and pipe in that back leg. So grabbing my light purple icing, I'm just going to pipe in that back leg, and as always, I'll use my scribe to settle that icing down and shape it a little bit better and make sure there aren't any air bubbles that will cause a crater. And then I set the cookie side to dry, and now it's time to come back in and pipe in the big snout on this dinosaur. Once again, not piping over the top of those big, beautiful eyes. So you want to make sure your icing is at least a 15-second flood consistency so it doesn't run outside of its outline and get into those eyes. So pipe a big, generous amount of icing here for the snout, and then use your scribe to settle that icing down and make sure it gets all the way down to the icing beneath. Be careful because your icing underneath is not all the way dry unless it's been sitting out for a day or so. And just smooth that out and then move on down to the toenails and pipe those in. And then this cookie will be just about done. We'll pipe these three, use our scribe to settle them down, and then we'll set this cookie side to dry. And then I got icing where I didn't want it to go, so I have a dampened paintbrush. I just wiped off all the water and then wiped away the icing where it got on the purple. And then we have this one last toe to pipe now that the other toes have crusted over. And then Billy Brontosaurus is ready to set aside. I let him dry completely, which for me takes about 24 hours. And then I have some luster dust from the sugar art, and I'm just going to put a little bit on a paper towel and gently dry dust the edges just to give it a little bit of a darker edge around the cookie. Billy doesn't need any extra detail like this, but I just couldn't resist adding some shading. I'm just going to go all the way around the edge, add a little bit more underneath his chin, and then a little bit more on those legs that are supposed to be in the back so they look a little bit darker. And I wanted to add a little bit of red to this also so that it was more of a purple color rather than just a blue color. And so I got some red luster dust from the sugar art out as well and kind of mixed it with the blue to make purple because I don't have any purple luster dust. Anyway, just keep playing till you're happy, and if you get luster dust where you don't want it to go ahead and just get a dampened paintbrush, wiping off all the excess water on a paper towel, and then you can just brush it away if you got any color on the white toenails of the dinosaur like I did. And once you get all of that wiped away, all that will be left will be to add the facial features for Billy. So I'm going to just use my edible marker and the wider tipped end and make 2 nostrils, and then the skinny tipped end to make the mouth. I'm actually using a different marker for the mouth, but you can use the one I just had. This one just writes a little bit better, and I'll link all my products in the description. And then make some eyelashes, and Billy here will be done and ready to play. There's 3 more dinosaurs in the set. I've only made one of the other ones, so I have 2 more that I still need to make, but I'm in the process of moving, so bear with me, those videos will be coming. And if you enjoyed these Dynamite Dinosaurs, please hit that like and subscribe button and drop me a comment of what color you think the T-Rex dinosaur should be. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.